Hello! What in the world has been going on with Rick and Jackie Moran? If you're here in Fresno and we used to go to church together, you've probably been wondering, where did they go? What's happening? I'm not going to get into all the particulars on that, but I've had a lot of people wanting to know what's been happening and how are we doing. So we're going to start and try to keep it brief, but you know me, it's probably not going to happen. If we've talked recently, you probably don't even need to listen to this video. But if you want to, come along for the ride. So I'm going to start with a verse because this has been basically the reason why. Number one, I need to say this. I recently heard a song from Kane the band where they shared all the stuff that had happened in 2024 that was very difficult for them, and why then they did this song and all the proclamations of basically the goodness of God in their lives. And that inspired me that I need to now do that because I have had this verse on my refrigerator for months now. So this has been my thing for years. When you find verses, when you're doing Bible study or devotionals or different things, if a verse sticks out to you, mark it in your Bible, put the date, write it on a piece of paper if you need to see it all the time. And I will tell you, I have about 15 that I've had all over the place. So this one I'm going to read to you because this is why this video is here. You have turned my mourning into dancing. You have loosed my sackcloth and clothed me with gladness, that my glory may sing your praise and not be silent. O Lord my God, I will give thanks to you forever. That's Psalm 30, 11 and 12. This has been it for me, that everything that has happened in the past year, every thought, feeling, opinion, emotion, every tear that has fallen, every fractured piece of my heart, every question mark of what do we do now has been answered in time, not always the way we want, but this has been now what I need. It's been my banner song of not only needing to keep my mind that there is going to come a day when the grief of loss will come off and we can be clothed in the gladness of the Lord. That is what I'm here to tell you. And why am I telling you this? Number one, yes, there's been questions, but I know there's a lot of you that have gone through seasons of hardship. You have lost loved ones. You have lost jobs. You have lost relationships, or things have changed. You've had to move. You're in financial crisis. You don't know what is happening. I'm here to tell you, I understand. I do not understand every scenario, but I do understand grief and loss. I do understand questioning. This past year, today is April 9th, 2025. Last year, April 9th, 2024, everything that I thought was going to be my life for the foreseeable future got switched, changed, turned upside down, and I felt very uprooted. Then it changed even more so when then I completely lost my job in August. And it unsettled me, it unnerved me, it cut me to the core. It fractured parts of my heart I didn't even know I had. Because of it, I ended up, we're looking for a new church home. Because of it, people that we love dearly, but we don't get to see on a weekly basis, the relationships changed, although we love passionately, deeply, and pray for it, we don't see all the time. So there's been loss of community, there's been loss of income, there's been loss of church, there's been loss of relationships, because sometimes when things happen. And one of the hardest lessons for me has been sometimes calling things what they really are, and seeing how sometimes things just change beyond our control, and things, people, places, they kind of fall to the side even when it's not of our own doing, and that is hard. So for those of you who, when you hear these words come out of my mouth, you're understanding, you're like, I can understand. That's what this is for. For those of you who just simply have questions, if I don't answer your question, feel free, you can message me. If you have my cell phone number, you can call or text. If I don't answer, just leave me a message. You can, don't do it in the comments, do it in direct message and messaging, or you can ask me in the comments, but I may direct message you to answer. Some things just don't need to be publicly broadcast. Not that I have anything to hide. I can tell you with full transparency the things that went down over 2024 were none of our doing. Not our choice. Things happened, decisions were made, and I sought the Lord. No conviction of things, but the other part was, when asked if there was anything that needed to be right, nothing was told. So as far as I'm concerned, there's no reason for it to have happened, but it did. And I don't know why, but sometimes, you know what? Being at where I'm at now, where this verse said about the being clothed in gladness, that doesn't always mean you get the answers. That's one of the things I've learned. Sometimes the biggest questions stay questions, but you can find the hope and you can find the joy and you hang on to it. Like, if you've ever been on an airplane and they tell you that, hey, in case of a water landing, grab that vest, and then you just hang on to it. That's what you're gonna do. That's when you find your Bible, and by spending time daily in it, you'll find things, you'll know things in here, and you write those things down, and then you hang on to them, and you write them on paper, you put them wherever you need, and you hang on to those. So when you feel like just crying, or you don't understand, or you feel like you've lost people, you've lost your place, you've lost your voice, you've lost your friends, you've lost your community, or anything that's that kind of an earth shaking in your life, you can hang on to it. That even when you're feeling like, I'm going to be out here floating by myself for a long time, you won't. It feels like it. I'm here to tell you that's what this video is for. Not only to give you an update what's happening with Rick and I, but also to tell you that you can get through. You will see the other side, and the Lord will show you things that you never thought. You will grow in a walk with Him that you never knew you could have. I thought I had grown fairly deep with the Lord. I thought I relied heavily on Him. But you know what? This past year, Rick and I have had to dig deeper, cling tighter, hold on to more hope, more look for the joy, find those things that we could do. And you know what's also happened? The Lord has given us so many people. If you're listening to this and you are one of those people that has sent even something funny, I've had many messages through Facebook and Instagram or texting that are just, they made me laugh, and you lifted my soul when you've sent it, I'm praying for you, or hey, I was thinking about you, or any of those things. If you've had any of those, if you've been the coffee date, if you've been the just checking on you person, you have girded us up. You have been that net that has held us up in such uncertainty, in the questions that we didn't know. You, even if we've not had a face-to-face conversation, you have literally helped hold my heart in seasons when it took everything in me, and the Lord used you. Even if you're like, no, He didn't, because that's not my thing. Yes, He did. So I'm just letting you know that if you rely on Him, He will find ways to give you little hugs, little winks, little things, and get you through. And if you have people that are put on your heart, I'm also encouraging you, when somebody is on your heart and mind, tell them. You don't know. You have no idea sometimes. Just telling people, even if you're like, I have no idea what to say after that, that's all you have to say. Or even sending emojis. I'm all for the emojis, you know. Those of you who know me, I love my emojis. You just send a winky face or a heart or different things. I totally love that stuff. And if you've done that for me, I appreciate that. So over this year, there have been moments of pure desperation that then always get met with pure encouragement. And I'm telling you now, there are a few resources, because you know, if you've been in any of my studies, or if you've been in any Bible studies, I love my daily grace. This is my prayer calendar. I would be lost without it. I have put verses in the front of it I have filled it out and put prayer things on here. Write in your Bible, journal, even if it's just a sentence. This book also has been monumental. That's where most of my verses prompted on the holding on to things and clinging. These pictures are behind me for a reason. Great is thy faithfulness. Then sings my soul, it is well with my soul. And these things have been what's got me through in some of the hardest times. So I am here to tell you that if you are holding on white-knuckled to something, don't give up. If you have lost, there is hope. If you are weighed down in grief, there is a time when it will feel lighter. You will never go back to the way you were. I will tell you that. Grief, you don't get through it. You get changed and you come out different on the other side. But I will also tell you, and I've shared this with a few people because I've had a lot of people that I've known recently that have gone through a lot of what makes my life this past year seem simple. You guys have gone through a lot. So when I say this, this is an encouragement of what I've learned and what I want to share. Don't be afraid of grief. Feel what you got to feel, because sometimes we can think there's grief and there's faith, but grief and faith can hold hands at the same time. It's not mutually exclusive. You can know who God is while still grieving, and you can't just forget things. You work through them, and it's time. That whole thing of time heals all wounds. Well, it doesn't necessarily feel like it does, but in time, the pressingness, the constantness, it changes. And I will tell you, there is freedom in forgiveness. There is hope in the future. There is joy even when you feel completely destroyed, because the Lord wants to give it to you. And I have to leave one more thing. So this is a verse that meant a lot to me. So I'm going to share this with you. There's a couple things. Don't get caught up. If there's a couple words where you're like, huh? There's meaning because it's context. This has a whole context. But this is a verse for me. I've already done a whole extensive study. But there's some things. So don't get lost in some of the things, because things when they talk about perfection and things, they're not talking about being perfect on earth. So just hold on. Therefore, lift your drooping hands and strengthen your weak knees, and make straight paths for your feet, so that what is lame may not be put out of joint, but rather healed. Strive for peace with everyone, and for holiness, without which no one will see the Lord. See to it that no one fails to obtain the grace of God, that no root of bitterness springs up and causes trouble, and by it many become defiled. That's Hebrews 12 through 15. What that means, that being defiled, is if you let the root of bitterness or the unknown tangle you up, that it'll suck you down. So you got to find those things. One of my other favorites, let me try to see, I tried to keep these. If you don't know what to do, Psalm 100. I post this on my fridge. I have it in my prayer calendar. I have it everywhere. If you don't know what to pray, this is a wonderful thing. And it's filled with hope. And basically, here's the bottom verse, the last verse, verse 5. For the Lord is good, his steadfast love endures forever, and his faithfulness is to all generations. And if we can say it till we believe it, that's key. So I don't have all the answers. Everything doesn't make sense to me. But I can tell you, in all of this, we are okay. We're still on. We think we might have found where our new church home will be, but we have taken it very seriously. We have landed in a few churches for a while. The good news is there's a lot of great places around town. There's a lot of solid teaching and great communities. But I will also say this, for those of you who I love so much, but you have not picked a home, or your home church is one that you only watch online, but you can physically get there. Get there. Find a home church. Sink some roots in. Everybody needs it. We all need it. Because if I'm as a visitor coming to a church and nobody's there because they're all watching online, then as I'm going, I need people. to be a part of it. So that's my encouragement. So for those of you who've been in studies with me, can't get away from it, because again, that's one of the bad parts recently. Both Rick and I are at home, and we're both teachers by nature, and there's nobody to teach the Bible to other than each other. So we've been doing that a lot, and we've been growing, and we're doing okay. We've been going on a couple of trips and seeing some family that we haven't seen. So it's been good. Things have been good. They've been hard, but they're good. And this is to share with you that no matter what you're going through, there is hope, there is joy, and that there is another side. And after I post this, I will add the songs that have meant something to me. I would love to know if there's been a season that you've gone through or you're currently going through, share what's helped you. Share songs, share with other people. If you've had something that has meant something, sprinkle that out on other people. Share with them. Let them know the hope that you hold, so that way it can help pass it on. It's like when you're at a Christmas candlelight service and everybody lights the candle and you keep passing it. That's what hope and joy are, not just for Christmas Eve. It's for every day. So take this, take whatever God's done in your life, share it. You may not be a big speaker, you may not have all the words that this mouth does, but you have a life and you have something that you've done. Take it, use it, share it. Be something to somebody, because I guarantee you've got something that somebody needs to hear. Encourage one another, build one another up. Love like Jesus. Thank you for listening. Thank you for caring. Thank you for all of the love and support and prayers from each of you to us. We have felt them, we appreciate them, and we are blessed beyond measure by you. Thank you.